Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS that rule well, and peace and salutations to the elect of the true nation of Israel, Yasharallah. Quick lesson, man. I was gonna do this lesson tomorrow morning as soon as I wake up, but I'm doing it right now, man. Hey, man, if you type in LA right now, this is
happening everywhere. Everywhere. There are protests happening everywhere. Everywhere. You're not getting the news. It's being suppressed. There are protests happening everywhere. Everywhere. Mid United States, like West Coast, East Coast, other countries. There are protests happening everywhere. You are not given the information. This is what censorship looks like. Everywhere. You're not getting the news. It's being suppressed. There are protests happening everywhere. Everywhere. Mid United States, like West Coast, East Coast, other countries. There are protests happening everywhere. You are not given the information. This is what censorship looks like. Holy fucking moly. Sorry. I'm calm now.
Look at that, man.
Guys, I'm ducking right now behind. Oh shit!
This is downtown.
Tear gas has been deployed.
Man, check out full video.
Guys, I'm ducking right now behind.
This was yesterday.
Guys, I'm ducking.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. You know, just working, going to work, and then bang, seeing this
Tear gas has been
in the restroom on TikTok. You know, these riots, and TikToks like this all around the world, man. You know, every day it's like this every day, man. Even though I don't sit at a desk, I'm in a warehouse job, but I get I almost abuse, you know, my restroom time, you know, so I could watch either TikToks or Great Millstone videos, man. Jot down precepts, take notes, you know. And this is what I see, man, every day, man. You know, protests, prophecy popping off the pages of the Bible, man. You know, brothers of Yahweh Shai on TikTok, reposting and sharing TikTok videos about things going on around the world. All right, not just riots, but like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, you know, these nations rising against each other. All right, conflicts going on in the Middle East. All right, Trump passing a crazy law, you know, protests, you know, etc., man. You know, the Palestinian and the Israeli conflict going on. You know, I see this every day, man. It's just like, you know, it's getting worse and worse. And as the prophets of Yahweh Shai, the men of the Lord, the men of GMS say, all right, it's going to get worse and worse until the Lord returns. And this is what's going to happen, man. And we're rejoicing, man, because that's what we want. We want because we know when this place falls, the kingdom of heaven is next, and we're going to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven if we do and continue to do what the Lord commands us to do, to prophesy and warn the people, all right, and wake up the hopeful elect so the Lord could save us. Because the scriptures say, the Lord's servants shall eat, behold, you shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice and be glad in heart, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay? And we are the servants of Yahweh Shemi Shai. He's going to keep us fed. He's going to make sure we're hydrated. All right, hydrated. He's going to keep us sheltered and safe. All right, and we're going to be rejoicing. All right, while you wicked people are rioting in the streets, all right, unaliving each other, getting unalived, through wickedness, okay, the Lord's going to keep us prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai, of him, us prophets of him, all right, his servants, safe. Okay, like the scriptures say, the riches that are laid up, the riches that these wealthy people lay up for themselves, it's going to be laid up for, it's going to be divided. And as Apostle Ramlov he was live earlier today. He was making the point, why is it always Northern Kingdom? Okay, why is it always us Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, Why is it always us? Guatemalans, all right, Central Americans, South Americans being rounded up. Why not you other nations like China, Japan, or Russia, or Africa? You're refugees, you immigrants. Why aren't you kingdom? Ephraimites.
Look at this. Just right now.
We're outside the Home Depot.
Amen. Like a flood. Just like a flood, like the scriptures say. Your enemy shall come down upon you. But a short time. All right, this devil's running out of time, and he knows. That's why he's acting like this. All right? And he's going to gather up the wicked of our people. All right? The scriptures say the judgment shall start first in the house of Israel. All right? And it is starting, like the apostles always say, Northern Kingdom gets it first, but Judah, the Southern Kingdom, gets it the worst. So they're eventually going to start going after, Jamaicans, Haitians, and the blacks. All right. And Native Americans, they're going to go after the Native Americans too. Look at this. All right. These riots, these protests, Slovakia, don't want to say riots, but these protests have been going on, man. Ever since this ICE thing, all right, these ICE agents have been let loose by Trump, DJ Trump, okay, which was months ago, okay. So, 2 Esdras 9:3, It says, therefore, I'm going to start at 9 and 1, 2nd Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. All right, are we not measuring the time diligently? All right, we're seeing these things, these riots and protests around the world, and we're filtering it out with the scriptures, man. Measuring it up with Bible prophecy, and it's making sense to us, men of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And we've been prophesying about this before it even happens, man. We've been saying these things, all right? There's going to be riots, protests in the streets of America, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. You know, yeah, we've been measuring these times diligently. We've been looking for these things, okay? Because the Bible says it's going to happen. And we're telling you that it's going to happen because the Lord told us to tell you that it's going to happen in His Word. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. So, hey, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shemel Shai is visiting the world. All right. And eventually His Son.
There are protests happening everywhere.
How do we know that He's returning very soon? All right. Like the Jake said. Like this Jake said.
There are protests happening everywhere.
Everywhere, not just LA, but everywhere, man. Okay? Literally. All right? Just like the Bible says. All right? The Bible said that would happen. And not just that sign, but there's other signs going on too. Crazy weather events that we haven't seen before, on a level that we haven't seen before, happening at the same time and around the same time. Okay? And other things, man. The MOTB being here, just not made mandatory. All right? Revelation 13 to 16. Okay? The nations against nations. The Israel. All right? The Semitic world against the Islamic world. That's going on right now and increasing day by day. Okay? That's biblical, man. All right? And there's way many prophecies, man, that are happening right now. All right? Proving you that the highest is beginning to visit the world which He made.
Everywhere. You're not getting the news. It's being suppressed. There are protests happening everywhere.
People in the world.
Everywhere. You're not getting the news. It's being suppressed. There are protests happening everywhere.
Uproars of the people in the world. Earthquakes and uproars, man. All right, are we not seeing earthquakes in diverse places? All right. These earthquakes are happening in places that they shouldn't, on a level that we haven't seen before. And it's not quieting down. Okay? Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. All right. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. All right. So yeah, the Lord is showing you the signs that this world, this wicked world, ruled by you heathens, all right, is about to end. And the world, the kingdom of heaven, all right, which is next, ruled by the Israelites, is exactly that, next, coming soon, man. All right. It's like Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. So people, the masses of the world are fed up, man. All right. You know, they're protesting against the kings and the princes and the presidents and the higher ups, these elites of this world, man. The puppets, all right. Because the true elites, they're hiding, man. All right. They've been hiding. They don't want to be known or seen. right? Because if people found out who they were and what their agenda is and what they're all about, they'd be offed, all right? Beheaded like the French Revolution, you know, already. That's why these elites set up puppets like Trump and other, and like Netanyahu and like Putin and whatnot. These kings, you know, right? As a face, all right, as a head, as a puppet. Oh, he did that. No, they're just doing what they're told. They're fall guys. They're front men, you know. But there's men behind the scenes pulling their strings. All right, that's why Trump was, was shot at months ago. Was it half a year ago? I believe, but yeah, he was shot at, you know. A bullet skid, past his face. All right. And now what? Trump is acting way different now. You know, passing laws that he said he wasn't going to pass. Doing things that he said he wasn't going to do. Okay? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. All right? The Lord is dividing this world up. The Lord is dividing this place, this whole world, man. Either pick a side. All right, pick a side. Everybody has their own beliefs, and something. All right. There's no more peace, man. Everybody's divided against each other, and it's dividing even more and more and more. And the Lord is behind that. The Lord is making that happen. Okay. The Lord is putting the spirit upon these devils in this world. Okay. All right. To divide each other. All right. To cause conflict within themselves and against each other. All right. All right. To stir up the nations, like the scriptures say, the Lord is stirring up the nations for World War III. Okay? All right? So the Lord could, that's how the Lord's destroying this place, man. All right? By causing division. All right? Causing World War III. All right? Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, in this case, what kingdom's against what kingdom? All right, the white man versus the brown man. All right, the Mexican man. All right. Okay. When it comes to these LA riots, all right, it's the white man versus the Mexican man. Okay. And eventually, it's gonna be the black man and the Mexican man and the Native American man against the white man. Okay. And what's going on in the Middle East, in the Levant? It's the Semitic man versus the Islamic man. Okay. And what about England? Okay. All types of shit's going on in England. They got the Elamites, the so-called Indians. They got Jake up there, okay, over there. All right, stabbing each other, being reprobates. And then the Edomites over there, pissed off that their land is being overtaken by these heathens. And Jake, and that's just England. What's going over there in India, all right? The Indian man versus the Pakistani man, all right? There's another one, India, on the other side of India, the northeast border of India, is India versus, not China. It's a country in between China and I think it's Nepal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, man, just division all over the place, man. Okay, all over the world, and it's increasing and increasing, man, until World War III pops off. All right, and then the Russian man versus the Ukrainian man, and then the Russian man versus yeah, man, and then North Korea versus the South Korean, and hey, and then the North Korean versus, the other, so every the Lord is causing division, all right, around the world, all right, so he could establish his kingdom, so he could destroy this place, all right, and establish the kingdom of heaven, all right. And the Lord's going to do that by World War III and ending World War III with nuclear fires, with nuclear missiles, okay, all right, and saving his elect in the midst of all that, beaming them up, tractor beaming them up, all right, into the Lord's chariots, all right, and like the scriptures say, so shall we ever be with the Lord, all right, and then we're gonna ascend. All right, we're gonna have the crowning ceremony in the heavens, all right, and then bang, we're gonna celebrate, and then bang, we're gonna descend from heaven, and then build up the